Dave, it is time for your trivia question that we do every show. Here's your trivia question, Dave. What is the full name of our distribution company? This is about this is a question about the show that you are on.
Why
What
do I
is
have
the
to know
full name?
Are you talking about the full
distribution
corporate?
company?
I believe it's Starburns LLC.
That was close.
EDU.
That is very, very close, Dave. It is Starburns Audio. Starburns Audio, which is the podcast arm of Starburns Industry, which makes Rick and Morty.
I know.
That's the name of our distributor. I'm just saying this is a show that you're on, Dave.
I remember. You're acting like this is the first time you're telling me this.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Okay.
I've been on the internet.
All right. I just want everyone to check us out at unseemlyquestions.com, and we are at Six Unseemly on all social media. Let's get the show started.
Six Unseemly Questions!
Welcome to Six Unseemly Questions. I'm your host, Victor Varnado. This is my sidekick, Dave Rzazinski. We've got a great contestant for the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Napoleon Emill. I said it right this time.
To the show.
Close?
You said it perfect.
Thank you. All right. We've got a great studio audience as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mike Drucker and Rachel Teichman. Thank you so much for being a studio audience, you two. Everybody is great.
Yay.
All right. So I'm going to tell you how the show works, Napoleon, and then we're going to get started. I'm going to ask you 6 unseemly questions. At the end of each question, I'll ring a bell if I like your answer like this. However, if I do not like your answer, I will not ring the bell, and I'll tell you why. Regardless of how many bells you get at the end of the show, I will decide whether or not it is worth giving you $5 whole for appearing on the show. All right. So you have it all. You ready to go, Napoleon?
Ready. Yes. Let's go.
All right, time for question number 1. Question number 1, are you into weird stuff?
Weird stuff like what?
Well, it's really up for you to interpret it, the question any way you'd like to.
Yes and no.
Really? Anything you can tell me about?
Anything I could tell you about?
Yeah, some weird stuff that you're into.
So yes, but no.
So you're not going to tell me about the weird stuff you're into, but you're going to say you're into weird stuff. Okay, so it's totally fine. You don't have to tell me, but I just for just for me, I'd love everyone else to just guess. So, Dave, what kind of weird stuff do you think Napoleon is into?
I'm going to say there's maybe some secret nerdy stuff going on.
Secret nerdy stuff.
Like Dungeons and Dragons, or
like Dungeons and Dragons,
or I don't know. He's into comic books, or
that might be the case. All right, we'll see. What do you, Mike? What do you think? What kind of weird stuff do you think Napoleon is into?
Maybe he's weirdly specifically into cooking in a deep cut way, where you're like, oh wow, you're using shit I've never heard of.
All right, maybe cooking. Rachel, what kind of weird stuff do you think Napoleon's into?
Hands down, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Whoa.
Friendship is magic. I'm going to say my guess is anime sex. All right, so I'm going to give you a bell because that was a fun question.
Which one of us was right?
He doesn't have to answer that.
He's definitely not going to answer
all
that.
All three of those.
We're never going to find out is the answer.
It was actually four things said, right? Not 3, right?
There were 4 things, yes.
4 things, yeah.
I feel like I relate to all 4 of them.
It is time for question number 2, but before we do that, can you tell people out there what you do?
I'm a stand-up comedian.
Yes. Yeah, you are a stand-up comedian. You're a very funny stand-up comedian. Everybody, check him out. He is great. And I can tell you that from having seen him and laughed. All right, it's time for question number 2. Question number 2, what do you want for your birthday?
What I want for my birthday?
Also, when is your birthday?
August 11th.
August 11th. Got it.
Yeah.
And what do you want for your birthday?
Probably to sleep. That'll be nice.
Sleep? Really? You don't think you're gonna sleep till August 11th?
I'm just not good at staying asleep. I would like to get a nice 8 hours in.
Oh, do
Are
you
pe-
have like an insomnia thing happening?
Are people like waking you up and that's what you have to tell them you want for your birthday? Like, stop waking me up this year?
I'd prefer if you answer my question rather than Dave's.
My question was much better.
I like your question.
Stop waking me up already.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I just think I'm used to being busy, so I never get to like sleep past like 5 hours. So like that's kind of the norm. I will fall asleep at 12, and I'll be up by 6:30.
And you don't sleep more than 5 hours just because your brain is so active?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just
I have the
used-
same problem, man. I do 6 hours. My body doesn't do any more. It's weird. 6 hours cut off. If I go at 12, I'm up at 6 in the morning. I'm like, I'm up at 6. It's terrible.
I mean, I'll wake up like at like 5:20, 5:30, and I'll just kind of like sit there and try to like force sleep back on
That's the
myself.
worst.
Yeah.
Same thing, man. Same problem.
I do the same thing. If I don't get enough sleep, I shit live lizards. I'm just kidding.
Really?
No,
We
that's
all
not
have
true.
that same
Not true.
problem. Same problem.
I am going to say no, Bell, on that question because wanting sleep for your birthday is the saddest thing I've ever heard. All right, now it is time for question number 3.
They call
Question
that
number-
birthday sleep.
Mike loves that joke. Dave.
It makes me
And
laugh.
I get it. That's fine. Dave also makes me laugh, but probably for other reasons.
You're so mean.
What? I love you,
Nothing.
Dave. All right. It is time for question number 3. Question number 3, Napoleon, do you fit any of the big black guy stereotypes?
I mean, probably. Which one?
Probably. I
What
mean,
are the big black guy stereotypes?
I think the reason I asked you this question also is because of the bit that you did in your stand-up about people thinking you are a security guard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
but that's like something that is as many big black guy comedians that I know, like I think it's mentioned. So it's just something that happens to big black dudes outside of businesses.
That's kind of
and so,
normal.
pardon?
Especially, I mean, I wear black all the time as well.
Mhm.
I got to wear more colors, but even when I do that, I still get that same approach. Like, hey, you work here? I'm like,
Oh my
sometimes
God, I just had an idea for a t-shirt that is exclusive to big black dudes. It should just be a black t-shirt that you know how they have security t-shirts? T-shirts like where it says I'm sorry, where it says security on it. I'm getting excited. I'm so sorry. You know, he had those black t-shirts that say security when you go to places. It should just be black t-shirts in double XL size that say "I'm not security." That's a
What's
good.
the 3X?
You what?
That's good.
Or 3X, exactly. The 3X size. I don't know. I
Says,
think that
"I'm not security."
yeah, that says "I'm not security," but in those same letters.
Would you put something in the back, or would you put that on the back?
Yeah,
that's
on the
usually
back, just like
security.
security T-shirt. It says
Okay,
"I'm not security."
Would you put anything in the front? You put like maybe like "Don't bother me."
I don't know if I would put "Don't bother me." I want the design to really be satire of the original.
I think what you want to have is a T-shirt that says "Sorry, I don't work here." How about that one?
Yes, that is a good T-shirt, but that's not the same vibe that I was going for.
That's what I wear at CVS.
Great. Okay, this is going nowhere. David, I am going to say no bell because Dave ruined the answer.
You can't put that on me. That is
I'm
completely
totally
unfair.
putting it on you.
Yeah, they were like 3 different ones.
That is. Come on, man. You can't put that on me. How can I ruin his question?
What did
Because I
you
said
say,
I work at
Napoleon?
CVS.
What did you say, Napoleon?
Where didn't you say fit into 3 different categories or 3 different stereotypes?
No, I said any of the big black guy stereotypes. I didn't say there was a specific one or 3.
Okay.
I just said
looked
any.
number them out. All right, my fault. Go ahead.
I mean, for instance, there are a lot of superstitions and stereotypes around the world about albinism. and I fit into, I would say, half of them. I would say. But just saying. All right, it's time for question number 4. Question number 4. What's your favorite dirty joke?
My favorite dirty joke. Do I have to say it?
I would help. Unless you just want to describe it.
It's about this guy. He goes outside.
I'm trying to think of one because I know some stupid ones, but like I remember a friend told me like when I was in like elementary school, she was like, "You want to hear a dirty joke?" She was like, "The horse fell in the mud." She's like, "You want to hear a clean joke? It rained." Like, I always thought that shit was kind of stupid, but
is that your favorite dirty
it
joke?
just comes to mind when you ask that question. So I guess maybe it is.
Wow. No bell.
What? I feel like that deserves a bell.
No, I heard
feel
that
that
joke
way
when I was
too,
I
Mike.
heard that joke when I was a kid. I hated it then. Hated that joke when I
All
was
right,
a kid.
all right.
Yo, Victor,
dirty
spell
joke.
I cup.
ICUP.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Great. No bell. And I'm glad that you are all entertaining yourselves, but absolutely no bell. Please, my cat, would you please? It is not cuddle time, Miles. Thank you. All right. All right. So it is time for question number 5. Napoleon, question number 5. Do you cry a lot?
Not anymore. No.
Not anymore? You used to?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Oh, really? What kind of stuff would make you cry when you were a kid?
I got bullied by my older sister, so I would try to cry for attention, get her in trouble.
Oh, I see. That's a solid plan. I'm sure it worked a lot.
No, not really. It didn't work a lot. So then I elevated it, and I would like sometimes hit myself to cause like a bruise, and then I would try to get her in trouble off of that. That wouldn't work sometimes.
Wow, you're totally like, who was the antagonist in Gone Baby Gone, where she like got herself beat up to look like she had been kidnapped?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that really. But you were just a kid.
Yeah, it was innocent, right?
Yeah. Let's say it was. It was a great story. I like it because you revealed that you were a serial killer. All right, so now it is time for question number 6. Question number 6. How has your opinion of me changed since we've known each other?
I don't know. I think my opinion of you kind of like, it didn't really change, but it kind of got like I guess bigger in a sense, knowing how much work you were kind of like putting in. I mean, at the time when I first met you, I just thought, you were just, kind of just running around like everybody else, just, getting on shows when you could. But then I saw you did more than just stand up, and I was like, oh, that's just pretty dope.
You saw him juggle. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So your opinion became more positive, you would say,
Yeah. Well,
rather than negative.
I was like, oh, this guy
Negative.
busy.
I'm gonna say that no bell on the question. I'll tell you why. Because it would have been so much more exciting if you're like, you're evil. I know you're
no good. You're
like
stupid.
if you're like you're my arch nemesis. Like that would have been
You're
like,
useless.
way more exciting.
Okay, so when I first met you, I was like, how do I get this guy out of here? Right?
And he doesn't go away. See, that's the
No
problem.
more drink tickets for this guy. How do we make that happen?
How many drink tickets did he need?
All right. You know what? This is for the first time I'm going to reverse. I said no bell, but now I'm going to give you a bell because that made me laugh. So all good. I've reversed before though. I've done it. I've reversed before.
Really? Because I don't think you have.
Okay. Well, now we know, I guess. All right. It is time to figure out whether or not you get $5. You've answered all 6 questions, but before we decide that, can you tell people out there where they can find you?
You can find me on Venmo, Instagram, Twitter, all at Napoleon Emill, one word. No spaces, no underscores, just Napoleon Emill spelled out.
All right. On everything. This excited person outside my house with a horn. But great. Find Napoleon. He's hilarious. I highly recommend. Now, Napoleon, it's time to decide whether or not you get $5. But first, I'm going to take an axe and cut this driver's head off.
All right.
Okay, now that he's dead.
We'll wait.
Napoleon, it's time to decide whether or not you get $5. But first, let's ask the room. We're just going to go for it. Leave this in, Rachel. It's just, let's go for it. We're almost at the end of the show. Let's just power through. Dave, what do you think? Should Napoleon get $5?
My vote is yes, definitely. I feel like he answered a lot of weird questions today. About crying, and what was the first one? It was like a yes or no question, and his yes answer was and that answer was unacceptable to you. So my vote is yes.
Okay, his vote is definite yes. All right, Mike, what do you think? Should Napoleon get $5?
I think any person deserves $1 for every hour of sleep they get a night. So I will say yes to $5.
Okay, so you're saying a big yes to the $5.
Yeah.
Everybody who's listening, the person is still trying to get their trashy girlfriend out of the house. I'm just kidding. I don't know what's happening, but that's my guess.
It's people without cell phones. It's like 1988 outside.
Linda, get out here! Bring your vagina. All right.
I've never used
Rachel,
my car horn.
What?
I said I've never used the horn in my car.
Oh, to get your trashy girlfriend out of the house?
Yeah.
Rachel,
where
what
are
do you think?
you?
Should Napoleon get $5?
So the thing is in question number 1, are you into weird stuff? He didn't deny being into My Little Pony, and I respect that. So yes, he should get $5.
Okay, so he should get $5. That is your opinion as well. Looks like now they're filming Mad Max outside as well. All right, Napoleon, what do you think? Should you get $5?
I say yes.
Is there any reason why?
Yeah, a lot of reasons why.
You know what? No $5.
Nice, don't tell him. Oh,
no
come
$5
on.
for you. But thank you so much for being on the show. You've been a great.
What do you think is his reason why he wants $5? What else?
Straight up difficult at the end. I don't know what that was all about. But now time to wrap up the show. Dave, what did you learn from this week's show?
I don't know. It's a little concerning. It's almost like you're mad at the guests for wanting the $5 now.
No, I'm not mad at
you. What direction is this show going in? Win the prize, but if you do, we're going to be really mad about it. Is that
Go back and listen to it. Napoleon was definitely being difficult in the end.
He wasn't. You said why. You're like, why? And he said because he wants it.
No, he didn't. That's not what he said. Anyway, please check us out at unseemlyquestions.com and Six Unseemly on all social media.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.